So, we're sitting here, staring down the roster cut deadline, and already, whispers are floating around. One of the latest? The Bengals just cut Jackson Carman, their former second-round pick from 2021. Now, here's the thing, the Dolphins have had their fair share of headaches on the offensive line, with injuries popping up like they're on a schedule and years of shaky performances. So, do we take a swing at Carman? Is he worth a shot? Carman's journey started off with some promise. The Bengals picked him with the future in mind, thinking they could mold him into something special. Initially, he lined up as a guard, doing a decent job, nothing flashy but solid enough. Then came the move to tackle, and that's when the wheels started to wobble. Carman found himself bouncing between both sides of the line, never quite locking down a spot. Fast forward to the last couple of preseason games, and he slid all the way down to the fourth string. Ouch. And just like that, he's out the door. But hold on a second. The Dolphins have Terron Armstead and Austin Jackson at tackle, right? So, why even think about bringing in a guy another team just let go? Well, it's not about tackle play here. It's about the interior, where Miami's got some question marks. We're talking about Robert Jones and Liam Eichenberg, slated to start at left and right guard, though Eichenberg might need to slide over to center if Aaron Brewer's hand injury keeps him out. Carman, despite his struggles at tackle, has some experience at guard. That could be something the Dolphins could use. Now, Eichenberg is an interesting case. Like Carman, he was a college tackle who's been shuffled inside at the pro level. And also like Carman, he hasn't exactly been a rock on the line. Both have underwhelmed, to put it mildly. But look, when you dive into the numbers, yeah, PFF grades aren't gospel, but they do tell a story. Carman's grades, even at their worst, are better than Eichenberg's. Carman's offensive grade? 56.3, run blocking? 62.4, pass blocking? 53.0. Meanwhile, Eichenberg's numbers are dragging down the rear with a 39.0 offense grade, 42.5 in run blocking, and a rough 39.6 in pass blocking. Not pretty. Carman also edges out Eichenberg in the numbers that really matter: sacks, hits, and hurries allowed. Both of them had 5 penalties in their one full season at the position, but if we're splitting hairs, Carman's got the better stats. So, could he step in and make a difference? Maybe. Maybe not. But given how the Dolphins have struggled at guard, wouldn't it be smart to at least bring in some competition? It's not like we're overflowing with solid options here. Now, there's another wrinkle in all this: Isaiah Wynn. He's on the roster and could very well be the guy at left guard, which would push Jones to the right and leave Eichenberg out in the cold. But there's a catch, and it's a big one. Wynn's coming off a season-ending quad injury from last year. He hasn't even practiced with the team yet this camp. He's been stuck on the PUP list, and head coach Mike McDaniel doesn't exactly sound like he's holding his breath for Wynn's return. If Wynn gets healthy, the Dolphins might not need to scramble as much to shore up the line. Last year, when Wynn played, he showed some promise on the inside. But that's a huge if, and right now, it's looking a bit shaky. So, what do the Dolphins do? Sit tight and hope Wynn's body cooperates, or do they roll the dice on Carman? It's a tough call, but with the season inching closer and the offensive line already looking like a question mark, maybe it's time to make some moves.